What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Blue Side FC channel. I'm Nia Martin. I hope you're all doing great. Yeah, so today is another transfer updates video. Yeah, and if you're seeing this video for the first time, in this video, what I do basically is talk about all the transfer news. I go through the tweets and maybe news articles as well, and I go through the all the news stuff, all the transfer related news that happened during the week, and then I just sum it all up in one video. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So yeah, firstly, before I start, I just want to remind you guys to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to see my future videos, or you want to get notified of my future videos. If you watch to the end and you also enjoy the video, please give the video a thumbs up. It helps the video a lot. Thank you so much for the support on the previous videos as well. Yeah, so let's just get straight into the transfer news. So the first player I want to talk about is Wesley Fofana, and yeah, Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that he will be signing. I think he hasn't really confirmed that the clubs have agreed yet, but he has given us a here we go, and he's very confident that the deal will pull through. So when he's confident, you know that it's going to happen. So he put some tweets out, and I want to look at them right now. So we'll start with the one that he posted yesterday. Yesterday he said Chelsea are preparing new proposal for Wesley Fofana. It will be around £75 million. Still deciding the add-on structure. Deal still on through intermediaries. So that's the amount. Initially, I think the amount when they wanted a record transfer deal for a defender. They wanted something above £80 million, and that got me a little bit worried because they usually overprice their players, and usually we don't really get as for Chelsea. I think we've got both the good and the bad of Leicester City doing this. Good being we got Kante. Kante has been extremely fantastic for us, and we got Chilwell too as well. Chilwell too has been very, very good for us. Fantastic player. But we also got Drinkwater from them. Drinkwater. I know a lot of Chelsea fans, including myself, who consider him a disappointment. Um, I remember when he scored that goal, Stamford Bridge, and just a very, very fantastic goal. And then it gave us hopes that yeah, we are going to see more, and we're going to see better things from this player. But it just went downhill from there. Just got to a time he wasn't even playing. He had issues and stuff. But and then they wanted the same figure. Man United paid the same or above the same figure Man United paid for Maguire. Chelsea is not doing that. Chelsea wasn't ready to pay that amount of money. I think maybe when you add the add-ons to the figure, it might be close to it, or maybe even past it a bit. But Fofana is worth it. Fofana is a better player than Maguire. Let's face it, better player, or more than he's faster. He's good at dispossessing players. He's good at winning aerial balls. He makes solid tackles as well. He's very, very strong as well on the ball. On the ball, nobody can take the ball off him easily. He's smart as well, very, very intelligent. He knows when to make tackles. He knows when to shadow players so that they don't get past him and eventually dispossess them. He's very, very good at doing that. So he's also very good at also making long range passes as well. Nowadays, it's something that you need to have in your arsenal as a defender. It wasn't that much of a skill to have in the past, but now it's like most defenders are able to do that. I think in the past, I think it was John Terry that we had who could make long range passes, just break through the defense and find Drogba or find Anelka or find Maluda, Kalu, anybody who was up top. And yeah, he did that for us. And Fofana is also one of the players that can do that. I think right now we have a lot of players that can do that now. Silva can do that. Koulibaly can do that. And he's a good addition to the team. I mean, we need him right now in the team, and we need him to come ASAP. So yeah, and then he tweeted today saying that Wesley Fofana has been key for this move. He only wanted to follow his dream and join Chelsea. It's finally set to be completed with Leicester after official bid submitted this afternoon. So the bid has been submitted, and then he added that Fofana will sign with Chelsea until June 2028, 6-year deal. So it's another 6-year deal for another striker we've signed. I think all the players that we've signed, including the youth players, apart from Sterling, who's on a 5-year deal, and then Koulibaly's on a 4-year deal. Everybody else is on a 6-year deal. I think they want to sign players for a longer term than coming on for 3 years, 3 years, 3 years. That was the previous management's strategy. It worked for them, and I think this one is what the new board is also going for. Let's see how it goes for them as well. I just hope it works well, because we all want a long-term project. We don't want somebody who comes in 3 years and renegotiates his deal, and then has to then create some confusion with the club, and then gets bigger offers from other clubs, and leaves eventually. I think they want to lock the players down for at least 6 years. So that I think that's a good move in my opinion. So he's coming to Chelsea. He's going to be wearing. He already wears blue, but he's going to be wearing a different shade of blue when he comes to Chelsea. So I'm excited to see this player. I'm excited to see this player join Chelsea, and he wants to come to Chelsea. And it's always nice. It's always lovely. I always love it when players want to join Chelsea, and not coming because of money, coming because of Chelsea, coming because of the bag. At first I didn't even know that he was a Chelsea fan. I didn't know why he was pushing. I thought he just wanted to come because we're going to pay him better or not. But a friend I follow and I interact with on Twitter corrected me today, and and made me know that he's a Chelsea fan. And if you want to follow him, go follow him. And CFC Kamal, I think it's his name. Yeah, his name is Kamal, and his art is a lamp of CFC. Go follow him. He's a great guy, and his tweets are amazing. So go follow him, if you can. So he showed me the picture of him as a kid wearing a Chelsea shirt. Pulisic too also was wearing a Chelsea shirt when he was a kid. I think his was different though. He was going on, I think, a trial. Was playing a trial with Chelsea and I think some other clubs around the area as well. But I think the Chelsea trial is the one that I liked the most, and he eventually joined us. So it's also nice to see this guy also come to join us. FOFANA come to join us. I'm excited. I'm like any player who joins Chelsea. I'm very, very excited. I'm very excited to see what he does for the club, whether he was poor in his previous club or not. I want to see what he can do for Chelsea. I want to give him a chance before I start judging him. And I've seen what he can do. I think it's better to go for somebody who is already Premier League proven. And so far we've got players who are Premier League proven. We've got Sterling, we've got Corella, we are now getting FOFANA as well. So I think it's a good move. It's a good strategy to bring him in. So yeah. So that's it for FOFANA. Yeah, so the next player I want to talk about is Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon is I know majority of Chelsea fans don't want him to come. I don't. The thing is that I don't understand why we are in for Anthony Gordon. Yeah, he's done well for Everton. He hasn't been great for Everton. He has done well. Last season he did well for them. This season he did. I think last season he was able to score four goals, and then 3 of them were deflections. I think one header or a shot. I've forgotten, but he scored 4 goals for the Everton. I don't think he has done that much. And the figure floating around £60 million. Like that, does he warrant that amount of money? Is it a deserving figure? I don't think so. I don't know why. And apparently we are letting Hakim Ziyech go. So like, how can you get rid? Because he's also a winger. He's a winger / forward, because he's played in both positions for them, for Everton as well. And Lampard likes him a lot. Lampard is the one who gave him the chance actually to really, really shine. I don't know whether he had an option, because I think Richarlison was out injured, and Calvert-Lewin was also out injured, and he used them a bit, I think. So when they came in, and he used them in rotation, and yeah, he really likes him. He really likes Gordon, and he did well against us. I'm not gonna lie. When we played them in the start of the season, he did well against us. He was one of the bright spots for Everton. But is he really what we need? I don't think so. I don't think we need him. I don't think we need another winger at Chelsea. I don't think so. We need a forward. We need a number 9, and we need a defender a defender too as well. If we could get a creative defender, a creative midfielder as well, I'll be so happy. But I don't think we are going for a creative midfielder. I've not really heard any rumors around that yet. Yeah, the De Jong one was there, but the De Jong one has died. I've not heard anything about it in a long time. So let's go in for a striker and a defender should be our priorities. Shouldn't be a winger. We're just going to waste money on this guy. I don't want to say he's going to be a flop at Chelsea or he's going to be great at Chelsea, but he's not what we need right now. We have Ziyech there. Why are we selling Ziyech if we are going to get to me it's a downgrade. To me it's a downgrade, to be honest. Yes, Ziyech hasn't really worked out at Chelsea. His form isn't really consistent at Chelsea. I think last season he had a very very good spell last season, short spell last season, and all of a sudden, Tuchel wasn't using him anymore. I don't know why that happened. And even this season, I think he's only featured once. He came out as a substitute in our last game. So it's I don't know why we're getting Gordon, to be honest. And I saw this from this is the Daily Mail. Frank Lampard reveals he has set a deadline for Anthony Gordon's future to be decided with his patience wearing thing over Chelsea's continued pursuit of the £60 million rated Everton star. £60 million for Gordon, like that's insane. So Frank Lampard has warned he wants a resolution on Anthony Gordon's future and has set a deadline beyond which Everton will no longer consider selling the England under-21 international. If Lampard is really blocking this deal, I'll be so excited. I want him to block this deal. I don't want Gordon to come to Chelsea. Gordon has been the subject of persistent interest from Chelsea and has told Lampard he wants the move. He hasn't told Lampard he wants the move. He also wants to come because he's been persuaded by our board to come to Chelsea. But for me, like, the thing is, right now, he's not a Chelsea player. He's an Everton player. I can see what I want to say about him. I don't want him to be at the club. If he comes and is wearing blue, he has my full support. There's nothing there's nothing that's going to change that. He has my full support. A Chelsea player, I'm going to support him until he proves otherwise, and he's not good for Chelsea, or he goes to do a Lukaku. We don't want that. So for now, he's at Everton, and I really don't want him to come to Chelsea. I don't want us to go and spend. If we spend something below that 60, at maybe at 30 million and below, fine. But 60 million, you're going to spend 60 million on this player, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to sell Ziyech too for a low fee. I saw a tweet. Let me pull up the tweet. This is from Simon Phillips. Chelsea have communicated today that they only want to proceed with the permanent sale for Hakim Ziyech. They currently want too much money, and if nothing changes, Ajax will have to look at other options. So it's also been rumored that Ziyech will be joining Ajax. And yeah, I don't want us to lose Ziyech and replace him with I keep saying Gordon Ramsay. I know he's not Gordon Ramsay, but with Gordon from Everton. I really don't want us to lose Ziyech, but it seems like he's not happy at the club. He wants to move on. He wants to go. I don't know whether we will keep him, because it says that we are only going to sell him. We are not willing to loan him out, and we're going to sell him. And it looks like the fee that we've placed on him is high, so Ajax might not be getting him after all. But I don't want us to get him. I don't want us to lose him if we are going to get Gordon. Well, we are not going to get a proper replacement for him. So I hope he stays as well at the club. But as for Gordon, I don't know what's going to happen. But if Lampard is blocking the deal, I'll be so happy, man. Lampard, please block the deal. Continue to block the deal. I know you like him. Keep him at the club, and keep him at the club. And we don't need a winger now. We have too many wingers. We have too many wingers that are struggling to even get places in the team, and you're going to bring a new guy to also come and compete with them again. And we don't need that. We need a striker and defender. So I keep repeating myself, so I'm not going to talk about Gordon again. So yeah, let me go to the next player. So the next player I want to talk about is Aubameyang, and with Aubameyang, it's just the same old story. Like first, and let me see if I can find the news article or the tweet. Yeah. So Fabrizio Romano tweeted yesterday, August 25th, that Chelsea and Barcelona will be in contact again through intermediaries today in order to reach an agreement for Pierre Aubameyang. No deal in place yesterday. Yeah, so that's what he said about Aubameyang, and yeah, we are still negotiating for Aubameyang. I think the one that is done or almost done is the FOFANA one. The Aubameyang is still in the works. I think it will be done before the transfer window ends. So I'm hoping it's done before the transfer window ends. But until that happens, nothing really has, like, there's not been any uh, um, um, improvements on it or any new news coming up regarding the Aubameyang deal this week. So what we knew from last week is still applies to this week. Maybe tomorrow something might happen. I might post this video and something might happen, but for now nothing has happened yet. And after Aubameyang, the players that might be leaving or going on loan, Callum Hudson-Odoi might be joining Bayern Leverkusen on loan. He's been allowed to leave the club on loan, and then Chalobah too might be joining either AC Milan or Inter Milan or RB Leipzig on loan as well. Chalobah is a player. Both of them are players that I want them to go and have the necessary experience, improve themselves, and come back to the bridge and play for the blue. I don't know about Hudson-Odoi exactly. I thought Hudson-Odoi was ready for this season. I thought he looked different. He when he came back from the injury, he's been doing very, very well. He's been the preseason his preseason performances were impressive. He hasn't really performed. He hasn't really, because he's been allowed to leave on loan. He's not part of the plans for this season. So yeah, I'm just hoping they go back. All the best of them if they go and then come back and then come and kill it at Chelsea. So yeah, that's all for the transfer news updates. If some of them, if I've missed any of them, let me know in the comments below. If I haven't and you've enjoyed the video, give this video a like. I know my energy is a bit down today. I'm very, very tired. I had a long day today, but I wanted to get this video out before I went to bed today. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on the video. If you enjoyed the video, give the video a like, and yeah, subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. So until then, stay safe.